Debbie Bird is a nanday conure. Debbie was wild before Hurricane Debbie hit. Hurricane Debbie ended up taking down Debbie's tree, and along in the tree was Miss Debbie still in the nest. We don't know why she was still in there. She's probably around 10 weeks old now, possibly would have been around 8 weeks old when the fall happened. When we rescued Debbie, she was full of mites. The mites were eating her to death. She was bleeding super bad. When Debbie fell, Debbie did not have any mobility in the lower half of her body. She didn't have much movement in her feet or legs, nor could she perch or stand up, let alone get her own food. Within a few days, she started to show signs of her feet opening and her legs moving. We did take her to an emergency vet at Blue Pearl to have an examination done, and unfortunately the vet there did want to euthanize her. I did mention to the vet that I didn't think that was necessary, that I wanted her to see an avian specialist. Unfortunately, they didn't have an avian specialist there. He kept advising me not to take this bird home. I told him that I was going to do this anyways. Ended up taking Debbie home, and as you can see, she is starting to recover. We did end up taking her to an avian specialist vet, and they ended up putting these little booties on her feet to help keep them open due to muscle atrophy while her spine heals. So the vet said that she has a small spinal injury and could be possible for recovery. We did have to hand feed Debbie pretty much this whole time. She is starting to get more independent and is now starting to eat more pellets and some chop, a little bit more food. But this is what we had to do to help feed Debbie while she was going through the process. Debbie is also starting to perch now and use her legs and her feet to about, I would say, 40% capacity. She's able to move around and be a bird. Here you'll see she'll take off and use her feet and actually land on my hands. So Debbie is coming a long way. We are in hopes that she's going to have a positive and full recovery. Please send as many vibes as possible for Miss Debbie Bird as she continues to recover.